It is better to keep one's oath. Wisdom from Thorstein Viking Son's saga. So I thought we'd go over oaths, oath rings, and why they are so important even today. An oath is defined as a solemn promise, and solemn is defined as dignified or formal. Therefore, an oath is a dignified or formal promise. I would take my first oath in the Boy Scouts, and later my oath of enlistment into the U.S. Army. I am sure many of you watching this are or have been married. It's speculated if the wedding ring bears origin with this. Very formal promise between two individuals upon a ring. In ancient times, oaths were sworn to the gods, to jarls or kings, between two individuals. In fact, the culture believed that if you broke an oath, you went to a very not nice place. Nastrand, a place of darkness and horror, forever gnawed upon by a dragon. Seems pretty serious for a little piece of Viking jewelry, doesn't it? Or is there a lot more to it? The Norse not only wore arm rings, but they had them for their fingers and toes as well. They were part of a bullion economy, i.e. an economy that defines wealth as the amount of precious metals owned. You could look at arm rings or rings as wallets. One might argue a status flex as well. I view them as a kind of reminder to the individual who swore the oath, much like wedding rings. Remember Nastrand, where we spoke about earlier? Fun fact, unalivers and adulterers went there as well. Best it is to keep one's oath indeed. Another reason why a person is only as good as their word. You might have heard me speak about the importance of reputation in the past. Being able to keep your word, the reputation that your word was believable, would lend to the perception that you are or are not honorable. So this is your reminder to keep your word to those that deserve it. Now that many rings are mentioned in the lore, rings such as Draupnir that was forged alongside Mjolnir. Many in leadership roles or kings were often referred to as ring givers, such as Harald Hardrada. Oath rings have been found in archaeological digs. Remember when we spoke about the bullion economy earlier? Archaeologists have also found what's called hack silver, hacking off a piece of a silver ring to give like change. Now then, you might be noticing an extreme lack of rings upon my person. It's impractical for my trade and my pocketbook. You can find many on this app or online. And no, I don't want to wear any of yours. Please stop asking. I choose to hold myself to a higher standard. I always try to keep my word. I don't need a reminder to do it. To me, modern day marriage have ruined them. Imagine what kind of world this would be if any politician could just slap on some rings and we all take them at face value. To me, oath rings are a romantical notion of days long gone. In modern times, they're often heckin' cool looking, but seldom of precious metals. Often promises made on them not kept. Dishonorable and cheapening. I do not look down on anyone that has them, nor should you. Buyer beware though, huh? Nope, I'll be buying into your reputation, so make sure you take great care with yours. It is better to keep one's oath, one's word, one's honor. In modern times, anyone can buy a little piece of Viking jewelry, but you can't buy honor. Just something to think about, neighbors. And until next time. Cha-cha-cha-cha.